Om Shanti. In order to be an easy yogi, become experienced in God's love. True love for the Father, being equal and karmateet. At the beginning of the day, from Amritvela, imbibe God's love completely in your heart. When your heart is full of God's love, God's powers, and God's knowledge, your attachment and love will not go to anyone else. When you have true love for the Father, the sign of true love is to be equal and karmateet. Do everything while being Karavanhar, one who makes everything happen, and make others do the same. Never do anything while under the influence of your mind, intellect, or sanskars. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakt Parivar. So just now you saw some of the glimpse of Madhuban, what happened on 25th of August. All seniors and all Baba's children went to Prakash Tham, gave their respect to Dadiji, and also we went in her room and there was a little gathering. Everyone shared, and of course there was a Bhog message, Bhog offering. I'm sure you all heard that. So it was a beautiful book message. So thank you, everyone. And now today is day 26. In order to be an easy yogi, become experienced in God's love. Today's topic, true love for the Father, being equal and karmadeet. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Is everyone okay? Must be very full, right? Because yesterday we all celebrated Dadi's day and there was so much energy of love. Dadi ji, her love for Baba and also her love for everyone really was so much felt yesterday in the atmosphere. One of the words which we use a lot for Dadi, she was easy yogi. Because when you love Baba, what's the difficulty in remembering Baba? And once there is true love with Baba, as she had, she was never attracted by any human being. She will love everyone, but remain still very detached and lovely. So one thing in life which we all observed in Dadi was a lot of enthusiasm and always thinking about world service. I remember that I was in Guyana and she came with Ramesh Bhai. And while returning, she passed through USA, America. And she asked Ramesh Bhai, which country in the plane, right? Which country is this? She said, America. Oh, this is America. Do we have center? She said, no. So when she reached India, she called me and she said, no, you have to be in America. You have to open center there. And when Dadi says there is power in her words, even it's a very big country, but still I knew some people. I knew some people from India, so we started center. So it's like she will think about the whole world. And especially she had heard so much about America. And I sometimes then also, when we had our retreat place, Peace Village, even she was not well physically. She said, but I will come for inauguration. And she flew, she came. And when she came, she was very happy and very, very enthusiastic, right? So then her blessings that everything is going very, very well. So what love does, love makes you instrument for the whole world, right? You are not limited into I and mine, right? So that is why Baba is saying that true love, today Baba keeps saying true love for the Father is being equal and karmateet. Love means equal and karmateet. At the beginning of the day, from Amrit Vela, imbibe God's love. From Amrit Vela, imbibe God's love completely in your heart. Imbibe God's love completely in your heart. When your heart is full of God's love, Baba says, when your heart is full of God's love, then what happens? Baba says, then all the powers and all God's knowledge, power, knowledge, and the Baba says, your attachment and love will not go to anyone else. That's the record. When you have true love for the Father, the sign of true love is to be equal and karmateet. So Baba is saying, so everything while seeing as Karanhar, as seeing Karanhar, means we are doing actions. So true love doesn't mean you're not doing anything, But Baba says, Karanhar means, and make others do the same. Never do anything while under the influence of your mind, intellect, and sanskars. So what it means is, look at Baba's virtues, Baba's powers. So they're not coming from your sanskars, but from Srimad. What is Baba's direction? What would Baba like? What will Baba do? So you will keep reminding yourself of Baba's directions. And you won't feel it difficult. You will like it and you will do it happily. See, love, there are certain signs of love. We want Baba if I have love for Baba. Not only I follow Baba, but again, Baba's love means I become like Baba. So I think each one of you very soon will feel I am becoming like Baba. You will feel those qualities. You will feel those powers. And love for everyone. Love for everyone. As Baba loves everyone, there's no one. It's so interesting. There are certain souls, they are different. But when we have pure heart and good wishes, you are able to make good friendship with them. Right? So just keep aim to be like Baba. And check tomorrow or today your love for God. Okay. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Good morning. Or good evening in America. So it's really my pleasure to in front of Didi this morning. Yesterday I was having this powerful feeling that as Didi was sitting in front of Daddy's memorial and putting flowers, and I thought Daddy Ji was our administrative head, and today I'm looking at the administrative head as Didi, and the Shanti.
A little louder.
Is that better? Actually, I did press something, so. Om Shanti, good morning, good evening, wherever we are in the world, a very good day to you. So today it's really my pleasure and privilege to be in front of Didi. And yesterday when Didi was sharing her flowers to Daddy Ji, I was just really reflecting the two forms. One was Didi in the physical form and our daddy, that image of light. And the whole power was just full of light. And I was feeling that even though Daddy isn't here, Baba has given us a very special instrument to give us that experience. And Didi's presence definitely made a very powerful impact on yesterday's experience. So it's really my honor and privilege to be here. So something else that I felt yesterday when Didi was responding to Brother Ken, he asked this big question about ego, and Didi became quiet and then very Silently, you replied, self-respect. And I was just thinking, so often when it comes to Gyan, if we are asked questions, most of us know the answer. But it's not about the answer. What I felt was that it was coming from your dharana. And my question always for myself is that how much the level at which I understand Baba's Gyan, to that extent do I imbibe it. So Didi, what can we do to close the gap from all the things we know to actually bring it into our lives?
But knowledge is understanding, and you have to use that understanding, perform, thinking, speaking, relationship based on understanding. And understanding like, okay, we are souls, we are children of Baba. So there is understanding. And if you really try to do it in practical, naturally there will be love. So understanding then in practical, that understanding brings that dharana. In a very natural way, like Dadiji, there was natural love. Like you don't have any, as they say, animosity or anything which you are not agreeing. And so I don't know, is it dharana or is it the part when you get it, then blessings you get from Baba to have love for everyone. So dharana really is based on understanding. Of course, determination. You enjoy it very much when you put something in practical. You're very happy about it.
But I think from the practices, even when we started COVID, and those little practices that every morsel of food we should eat, we should remember title of Baba. I remember very, very much those little practical things. And I feel Didi has a very deep attention on bringing the knowledge into one's practical life. So your response to the ego was self-respect. And one question relates to that is that sometimes I can have confidence, but that doesn't necessarily mean I have self-respect. So what is the way in which we can actually, because confidence can just be something I do, I know the skill. So how can I actually deepen that from just being confident to having self-respect?
There are two things. One is that self-respect is what Baba says for us. In blessing, take them as titles. Oh, Baba calls me this, Baba says this. I'm a valuable child, I'm the jewel of the eye. So take all what Baba says as our titles. That creates self-respect. And when there is self-respect, then actually there is no ego, in the sense of ego of what, because you don't even think that way. So it's very, very naturally. It's like you have not only self-respect, but you respect others also. You can only respect others if you have self-respect. And as much you respect others, they will respect you. Because it's always like that. So I don't think it's difficult. It's not difficult.
Well, I think I'm just, as you're talking, I'm thinking about something that is very clear in your life is that you have such deep trust in yourself. As you were even talking about the incident when the train, in the plane, when there was so much of upheaval, and you had this thought that, if I'm going to leave my body, let me be peaceful and free from fear. So even that is, because I think many Brahmins, there's still anxiety in people. So maybe you can share how you have developed this very powerful trust in yourself.
Then we know ultimately our life is for Baba, and I have to remember Baba. I always say, okay, if this happens, am I in Baba's? I don't worry about what will happen. But my concern is, am I in Baba's remembrance? And that helps automatically. I remember that this time when I was leaving, like if you think lot far future, very far future, then there is anxiety. But if you just say, okay, let's see when it's there, how I deal with it. So preparing oneself is important. Then, but don't think too far, because then there is an anxiety. If I have to go take a very long flight, 15 hours, I'm just sitting. If I think, anxiety. If I say, okay, when the day comes, we will see how it goes. So then you are relaxed. Plus, I always say, I want to leave body in Baba's remembrance. So it's all right. If you have to go, you have to go. Where there is Baba's remembrance. They give that Dadi Prakashmani, we had a nurse for her. So they say that few hours before she left body, she was constantly looking at Brahma Baba. Constantly. So nurse ran and told everyone, her eyes are constantly on Baba. It feels she is going. That's what nurse said. It feels Dadi is leaving because her eyes are constantly on Baba. So I like that because just look at Baba. Take Drishti from Baba. And then she left body.
I think, Didi, as you shared about our aim is to be Bap Saman, and you shared very clearly that if each one of us took it personally to just be with Baba and be in remembrance, that collectively, as each Brahmin reaches that stage of being in Baba's company, this world will definitely change. So I love that feeling that how we are really serving when we're taking care of ourselves. And I get that feeling from you as well, that I don't ever see you running around doing, but there's a feeling that you're doing something in terms of, I remember once coming into your room when you came to South Africa, and it was during a retreat, and we walked into your room in the morning, and I felt like, you were cooking something, like, something powerful was being created. And so I feel that that's a very beautiful experience of your not being busy, but creating. And that's a lovely practice. Didi, one more thing I was thinking about, when we, especially in our Brahmin life, when we're paying attention to our dharana, there is so many times we can understand that, we need to make people happy, to make people content. And Baba was also saying we need to get the 3 certificates of contentment. Where is me making others content, and where am I just pleasing people? How can I differentiate between being a pleaser?
If we have true love from our heart for everyone, and also sometimes I have sympathy for those who are not able to make efforts, instead of not feeling good about them. And when you have love, you have sympathy. I think that the energy around you, plus, be content. Whatever people are, they are, right? Why should I allow myself not to be content? So I'm not looking at anyone's sanskars. So they will be satisfied, no? If I am content, yeah, I don't think you can please people. I always check, am I pleasing someone? One thing I like to set example is love. you know. Because if there is love, even some people always are surprised. How can I love that soul? How can I? And I always say that if we have love and we are one, we set a good, not only good example, but others are inspired also. I think it creates a very beautiful energy. Like yesterday, Muniben said, "Oh, Dadi hugged me, let me take my hug." And she stood up and she hugged. She said, "Let me take my hug." You know, or a Rakhi she made for Dadi. It's a beautiful Rakhi she tied. And I think that just love amongst two of us will create a good energy in the yagya. So I don't see a lot of people say things from very beginning, but I never take it. I always think that everyone has their specialties, everyone is doing for Baba. We have so many similar things, but there could be little difference in how we do it. Right? But I don't think we should look at it. So my whole aim really was let there be atmosphere of love. And that's from the heart. So I told her I have two things. One is that whenever you need any help, you let me know. Secondly, if you hear something which is not right, and I have said it, you let me know. And she was kind of surprised. I said, because I'm new here, Bharatwasi, their ways is different. The way we speak is different than the way people. So if there anything you hear, you let me know. She said, you are so royal, you cannot do anything. I said, no, but if there is anything, like people sometimes they go and tell things, you let me know that you could have done this is the better way. So I'm very open on that. So I think that humility, trust on each other, we have to build up. Because I know her since I was young, she was young. And one thing she always says that everyone criticizes, but you don't. If there is anything, I will let her know. No, this, I don't think this is right. Like I will say the word, people say, I have control. No one has control. You manage things. So don't use word control. I am able to manage. No? So like this very sweetly built up relationships.
And it's true that when we have different sanskaras, but we are having love for each other, then that's really a powerful thing. So in relating to that, it means that we should never say that there's anyone that has difficult sanskaras, but just giving us an opportunity to be loving on a different level.
Yeah, no problem with sanskar.
But I think in Baba's point today about we shouldn't use our own mind, intellect, and sanskaras. And so maybe you can just share how you use Baba's qualities rather than your own.
Because when you look at Baba or our experience, Shiv Baba through Brahma Baba, our experience of Mama, when I look at everyone, we never saw Brahma Baba acting based on his own dictates of mind. Shiv Baba said, Shiv Baba said. So again, understanding of knowledge and conducting your life based on knowledge. That's really very important.
Yes. So, Didi, really, I think when you share these different little gems, they're like nuggets. And what I felt was that because these few days I've been listening to you and sitting in your presence, it reminded me about Daddy Gulzar, actually. I remember that Daddy Gulzar was with her in Mauritius, and I was maybe only 3 years in Guyana, and I couldn't speak Hindi at all. And we were sitting across the table, and all the sisters were busy getting breakfast together, and I'm just sitting, and Daddy's looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and I can't talk. And then she said a few words in Hindi, and it's like what she said just imprinted on my intellect. And then I don't know how something came out of me. And the next thing I felt, there was like this little exchange. So I'm feeling that actually, Didi, as you slowly sharing how you're doing it every day, drop by drop, it also is creating an confidence and courage. Because when you do it piece by piece, I was just thinking your classes are not long. They're really 15, 20 minutes. And that's as long as our concentration span is. But those little drop by drops is really making a big impact. So thank you so much from all of us. Om Shanti to everyone.
How long you had? Yeah.
1986.
86.
86.
How many years?
That's about 40, 39. Next year will be 40 years.
You are 3 sisters in there.
Three more sisters, so we are 4 altogether.
4 of you and your mother.
And my mother. She was instrumental to bring us to Baba.
I know in South Africa, there's a lot of service. Yeah.
And also a lovely opportunity because we are from there. We didn't have any senior sister that came through. So I think all the seniors adopted us very beautifully. So we feel part of every country, even in every region, even sometimes. So.
This year nobody came. Nobody's.
No, Jayanti Ben came for the national retreat. She came earlier.